Hello class, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and for today I'll be your teacher in General Mathematics, and our lesson will be Lesson 6.1, which is Solving Rational Equation. So now, let us solve rational equation. But the problem is, how? So we have here steps to solve irrational equation. We have 5. First, identify the LCD of all fractional expressions. So we all know the LCD is also called the least common multiple or the least common factor of your denominator in your fractional expression. Next, we have to multiply all the terms of the rational equation by the LCD that you got in the first step. For the third step, we have to simplify both sides of the equation. So we have right and left side of your equation, simplified both sides. Next, we have to divide both sides by the numerical coefficient of your x. Variable x should be normalized and should have a numerical coefficient which is equals to 1. And for the last step, we have to check the computed value by substituting it to the original rational equation. So for us to check if your solution is already correct, so you need to substitute it to your rational equation, and if it satisfies that equation, that means your answer is correct.
Now, let us have an example in solving rational equations. Example 1, we have find the value of x that makes the rational equation 3x plus 5 all over x minus 2 equals to 1 true. So, let us solve this rational equation. So, in solving rational equation, we have 5 steps. So, first, identify the LCD of this rational equation. So, you need to take a look at the denominator of your rational equation. So we have here first fraction. We have a denominator x minus 2, and to the other side, which is the right side, we have 1 which has a denominator which is also 1. So our LCD will be x minus 2 times 1. So this is also equals to x minus 2. So this is now your LCD. For the second step, we need to multiply all of your terms to the LCD. So we have here your rational equation 3x plus 5 all over x minus 2 equals to 1. So multiplying your LCD to both sides, so we have x minus 2 here, also x minus 2 in your right side. So multiplying, simplifying this equation, we have to multiply x minus 2 times 3x plus 5 all over x minus 2. So as we can see, we have x minus 2 here and also x minus 2 in your denominator. So it just cancels out because x minus 2 all over x minus 2 is equals to 1. So 1 times 3x plus 5 equals to 1 times x, we have x. 1 times negative 2, we have negative 2. And now, let us transpose your variables to the left side and your constants to the right sides to simplify the equation. So we have 3x here. Simplify, transposing your variable to the other side will make your constant have a negative value. So we have negative 1x or negative x here equals to negative 2. Just copy the negative 2 here, then transposing the constant in your left side, we have positive 5. When we transpose it, it becomes negative 5. Now, we have 3x minus x. which is equals to 2x equals to negative 2 minus 5. We have now negative 7. For the fourth step, we have to divide the numerical coefficient of your x to both sides. So we have negative 2x equals to negative 7. So we need to divide 2 to both sides to normalize your x. So we have 2 divided by 2, which is equals to 1. So we have x here. Then we have negative 7 over 2, which is negative 3.5. Last step, we need to check if the value that you got in your x will satisfy our equation. So we have 3x again plus 5 all over x minus 2 equals to 1. So substituting the value, we have 3 times negative 3.5 plus 5 all over negative 3.5 minus 2, it should be equal to 1. So 3 times negative 3.5, we have 10.5. So we have negative 10.5 plus 5, that is negative 5.5. So let's continue our solution in this part. So negative 5.5 all over negative 3.5 minus 2, it is also equals to negative 5.5. So this negative 5.5 all over negative 5.5 is equals to 1. So meaning, this value of your x satisfy our rational equation. Second example, we have solve the rational equation 4x over 5 plus 3x over 2 equals to 23. So we have given rational equation, so let's have the solution. So first, let us identify the LCD of our rational equation. So we have first denominator here 5, and second denominator we have 2, and the denominator of the other side we have 1. So we have 5 times 2 times 1. So that is equals to 10. So this is now your LCD. For the second step, we have to multiply the LCD to all of the terms in your rational equation. So we have 10 times 4x over 5 plus 10 times 3x over 2 equals to 10 times 23. So we have 10 times 4x, we have 40x divided by 5 plus we have 10 times 3x, we have 30x divided by 2. So we have equals to 10 times 23, we have 230. Now let us simplify our equation. So we have 40x divided 5, that is 8x, plus 30x divided 2, we have 15x, equals to 230. 8x plus 5x, we have 23x, equals to 230. For the fourth step, we have to divide. For the fourth step, we have to divide the numerical coefficient to your rational equation. So we have 23x divide 23, and then 230 divide 23. So your x now, so since 23x divide 23, so we have to cancel this, because that is equal to 1. So we have x here as your normalized coefficient. 230 divide 23, we have 10. So your x is equals to 10. For the fifth step, we can check if this value satisfy our rational equation. How? By substituting 10 to our rational equation. So we have x equals to 10. So let's write again our rational equation. So 4x over 5 plus 3x over 2 equals to 23. So substituting your value of x, which is 10, 4 times 10 over 5 plus 3 times 10 over 2, which is equals to 23. So 4 times 10, that is 40, divide 5, that is 8, plus 3 times 10, that is 30, divided by 2, that is 15, equals to 23. So we have 8 plus 5 is 23 equals to 23. So meaning, this value, which is x equals to 10, satisfies our rational equation. So that answer is correct.